Hello, hello, mic test. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you see? Can you see? Ooh, look at this little cute coffee. Can you see? All 3 layers choker, a little coffee, necklace, and hand chain, which I'm wearing right now, that you can wear as a necklace. Ooh, all made by me. Ooh. I'm so excited to launch my business. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be sharing it with you guys. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today is gonna be another exciting one because it's a request from you guys. We're gonna be flowing to our middle splits. I could not still get to my full middle splits, but I'm gonna take you to a flow where maybe you could get to where I am right now. Of course, it's not gonna happen with one flow. You could go back to this class every week, maybe once or twice a week if you like, to get your middle splits game pretty good. But also, there's a lot of lower body flow you could check here on my channel. Those are all pretty good for middle splits. This is gonna be a very active flow. So without further ado, all you will need is, as always, yourself, a yoga mat, and we'll jump right in. Okay, let's start by warming up our wrist very quickly. So close fist, and we're just gonna rotate it to one direction. And then reverse the direction. Now, as always, if you need more warm-up, you should probably do a lot more warm-up because I'm fully warmed up already. This is now my maybe 3rd yoga of the day. I do move a lot. Like stretching in the morning and then flow and then that. All right, now let's shake that up. We're gonna be warming up in Surya Namaskar A and B. How fun. All right, so let's start at the top portions of our mats, okay? For my Surya Namaskar A, I like my feet hip distance apart. So that's gonna depend on you. Okay, let's get our posture straight first, or Ttkatasana, in a good, form. And what is that really? I want you to focus on your feet, rooting all 4 corners of your feet. Now you will feel that as you engage your inner thighs, you want to lift your kneecaps up. As you lift your kneecaps up, you want your inner thighs kind of like squeezing towards each other, and then squeeze your butt cheeks together. Now everything in your legs are kind of locked in place, right? Now hold that position, hands by your sides, palms facing forward, and you want to roll your shoulders back, continuing to squeeze the butt cheeks together. Strong standing leg here, and we're gonna breathe in, breathe out. Now as you breathe out, you can relax your lower body and release the glutes and the butt cheek squeezing, right? So now it's no longer hard and it's relaxed. Okay, let's do that again. One more time. Close your eyes and breathe in through the nose. And exhale, I want you to go as slow as you can through your mouth. Good. One more time, just like that. Breathe in through the nose. And a long exhalation through the mouth. Good. Now open your eyes. Coming into our Ttkatasana, let's roll our shoulders back and relax the shoulders, keeping them away from your ears. We're gonna breathe in as you reach your hands up overhead. Palms to touch, look up, suck your navel in, and then exhale. You're gonna dive all the way down to your first Uttanasana, forward fold. You can keep a bend in your knees here if that is more applicable to you at the moment, and maybe you're walking your feet here or bending one knee at a time. We're gonna take our own variation here of Surya Namaskar A, so we're not gonna be rushing this, okay? All right, now steady your legs, finding that flat back inhale, and exhale to your Uttanasana, forward fold. You can have a bend in your knees and continue to bend if that is what your body wants. All right, now hands flatten firmly down. You're just gonna step your right leg back and then followed by the other, high plank. Good. Now let's shift our weight forward and back here. We're warming up first, and I want you to get a straight knees. And you're really just rolling from the balls of your feet. Good, now steady plank, and you're gonna shift forward as you inhale. And exhale, bend the knees and chaturanga, elbows squeezing towards the midline. And inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So a quick warm up there. Now let's start to pedal the feet if you still need that. Continuing to just bend as you breathe. Good, now steady your downward facing dog. Look forward, breathe in. And you're just gonna breathe out as you step your feet towards your hands. Slowly, and trying to keep your knees as straight as possible with your baby steps. And now maybe one hip is lifting up or higher as you get closer to your hands. Just keep on breathing. Good. Now as you reach the top, inhale, finding your flat back. And exhale to fold all the way down. Inhale, reach up to rise. And exhale, hands down to your heart, back to your Ttkatasana. Hands by your sides. Good. We're gonna do one more time of Surya Namaskar A, but this time the full chaturanga. Okay? Breathe in, reach your hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Breathe in, find your flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, and you're gonna jump back, high plank. Good. Breathe in, shift forward, shoulders past the wrist. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Now this time, breathe in and exhale, bend the knees. Breathe in, straighten the knees. Exhale, bend both knees. Breathe in again. Exhale to bend the knees. Now stay here in your bent knees. Look forward. And we're gonna jump or hop through, all right? So breathe in and exhale to jump forward. Good. Now breathe in, finding a flat back. Stick out your butt. Exhale to fold. Breathe in, reach your hands all the way up. And exhale, hands down to your heart. Good. Hands by your sides. Beautiful job, guys. Now we're gonna do Surya Namaskar B, or Sun Salutation B. All right, when you're ready, maybe let's shake up, wiggle some more. And then I like my feet together with my Surya Namaskar B because we're gonna have chair pose. So find what works best for you. If you like your chair pose wider apart, then that's fine. Do what you want, okay? Feet together, breathe in, reach up. And as you exhale, palms to touch, you're gonna bring it down to your heart space as you bend your knees. Ttkatasana. Now from here, I want you to focus on your alignment with your chair pose, right? Knees should be just in between your feet, right? So you're not all the way. You want your butt sticking out. And then get a rib cage strong, tuck in, drawing together, bringing it down, navel towards the spine, and then hands will reach all the way up. Breathe in. Now stretch your arms forward and up, and exhale, sink your hips lower. Get that chair pose. Now we're gonna change up a little bit of this Surya Namaskar B by holding our chair pose. Continuing to breathe and really just focus on one point in front of you. Braining our legs. Now you're feeling that your body is building that body heat, right? Good. Stay there for a few more breaths. Lower. With each exhalation, try to dip your hips lower. Hold for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Woo! Ooh, so warm. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms down. You're gonna jump back to high plank. Good job. Breathe in, shift forward and back. Exhale to shift back. Ooh, super warm, huh? Everything is just like, kind of like burning for me. Ooh, love that feeling, body heat. Continuing to shift forward and back to warm up those wrists some more. Oh, nice. All right, now push back, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg all the way up and we're gonna change it up. We're gonna stay here for a little bit to really warm up the legs, all right? So now I want you to really focus on flexing that right foot and squaring your hips first. So you're not stacking, you're not opening too high, right? You wanna keep it to where you could keep your hips squared, meaning both hip joints should be parallel. Good, now point the toes this time and try to see if you could open up some more with that squared hips. Beautiful. Now send it in, knee to your chest, and you want to lift it really high, hollowing the body so that you could drop that right foot inside of the right hand easy with one step, right? From this position, come into your fingertips, straighten your torso, look forward. You're going to drop and pivot that back heel down. Good. About 70, 80 degree angle with the back foot. Adjust your stance, heel and knee stacked. From this position, breathe in, reach all the way up, coming to your Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale here. Now we're gonna hold this position and burning the legs some more. And we're gonna discuss the Warrior 1 position. So as your feet are back heel, really pressing down, I want you to really get that back knee as straight as possible. Because this is like sometimes we really bend. If as you straighten the back knee, you feel that stretch in your inner thigh. This is a very strong Warrior 1. Now from this position, you're not arching the back. You want to keep, again, your rib cage tucked in, navel towards the spine, and now you feel even more stretch in that inner left thigh. Good. Stay. Breathe. Strong Warrior 1. A few more breaths. We're holding and burning the body. You guys like static holds. We're doing it. Good. Drop all the way your hands down. Beautiful. And you're going to step the right leg back. High plank. And shift forward. Let's flow it out. Chaturanga. Let's do the full Chaturanga together. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Good. One full breath cycle here. Breathe in. Exhale. Stick your tongue out. Lion's breath. Beautiful. Now we're going to breathe in. Have the left foot lift up. Exhale here. Flex the foot. Focusing on your upper body as you push yourself up. Good. And really squaring that lifted foot, or hips rather. So again, you're not opening to where you could keep it squared and lift it higher. Good. Flex and stay. Breathe. Now point that lifted toes all the way and see if you could open up some more with that squared hips. One big breath in. Exhale, knee to chest, lift it really high. Hollow the body. You're not slacking, compressing. And you're going to lift or lower down that left foot next inside of the left hand. Beautiful job. From there, you're going to pivot that back heel down. Adjust yourself. Make this stable. Look forward and breathe in to your Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale here. Good. Look straight ahead. Again, strong Virabhadrasana 1. You should feel that inner thigh. Straighten that back knee completely and navel in, rib cage drawing together and bringing it down. Good. Tuck in your rib cage. Hold. Stretch your armpits some more as you bring the rib cage down. So you kind of feel that like opposite, right? Your arms are stretching up, but your rib cage is pulling you down. So you feel opposite. Good, that's your strong warrior 1. Hold. A few more breaths. 5. Look at my armpits, it's now very, very wet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands all the way down. Plant your palms firmly as you step the left leg back. High plank. Let's flow it out. Shift forward. Breathe in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Now let's relax here for a little bit. I know, warrior 1 is pretty intense. Good, and now you're gonna get a bend in your knees as you breathe in all the way, look forward. We're gonna hop forward on your exhalation. Exhale to hop. Good, breathe in, find your flat back. Exhale to fold. Breathe in, preparing for your Ttkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, sink lower. Again, same concept with the warrior 1, with the tucking in of your rib cage. Everything is pulling up with the hands and your rib cage, or rather scapula and shoulders. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way, rise up. Breathe. Let's breathe in, reach up, and exhale, hands down to your heart. Stay here for a few breaths. Relax your body. Steady your breath. Good. Look forward, and that's our warm-up. Very much warmed up, right? All right. Now, super sweaty. Let's lift our left knee up. Good. Now hug your knees. Compress your body, point that lifted toes. All the way pointing down. Good. Now you're gonna open that knee with the help of your left hand to the left side. Find your balance. You could have your right hand to the right side. Good. We're just holding. Warming up that hip joint. Straighten that right standing leg. Beautiful. Now you're gonna flex that left foot and see if you could hold it there, release the hand. Good, and grab the foot with the hand. Beautiful. You're gonna straighten that left knee, slow and controlled, looking straight ahead, 1 point, focusing here. You could just follow my voice if you maybe can. Good. Stay for a little bit. Good. Now you're gonna send your leg with your hand forward, finding your balance. Whoop. Good job. And then grabbing both of your feet with both of your hands, either left and right side of your foot. Beautiful. From this position, you're gonna grab that foot with the right hand, either inside or if you like it outside, that's good too. And then you're gonna have your left hand all the way back. Swipe it horizontal line and look back or look forward, wherever you can find your balance. There's really no right or wrong here. Good. Slow and controlled, you're gonna place that left foot or ankle on top of the other thigh. Figure 4 shape, reach your hands all the way up. Chair pose in a figure 4 shape. Stay there. The right leg is burning. 3, stretch some more your body. 2, and 1, hands all the way down and leg down. Woo! Shake it up. Whew, burning, huh? All right, let's do that on the other leg. Right knee to your chest. Point the toes down and really compress your body. Straighten the left leg and slow and controlled, peeling that right knee to the right side, opening that right hip joint now. Staying here. You could again have your left hand to the left side if that helps with your balance. As you grab the foot with the right hand. Good. Now stretch that right knee to the right side slowly. Just to where you can, right? So now you can see if you're way here, that's okay. We're always gonna be different here, right? But just try your best to get it to as straight as possible to the right side. Holding, breathe, and now swinging it forward. Gently, slow and controlled as you grab the right foot with both hands. Stay here. You could, of course, lean a little bit forward if that helps. Now, you want to grab that foot with the left hand outside and maybe the other hand to the ankle and swipe. Right hand will now draw one straight line, horizontal line back. Beautiful. You could look to the right, forward, or right hand, wherever you want to look. Just find your balance. Few more. And stacking that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Slowly. Beautiful. Figure 4 shape. Ttkatasana variation. Breathe. All right. Now all the way, drop it down. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive all the way down, and we're gonna step our left leg and then drop the back knee down. Good job, back. Point the toes back if you like, and we're gonna stay in our Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good. Sink your hips lower and stay here for a few breaths. You can stack your heels to your knees if you like. Or a little bit forward of the knee is fine, just not past your toes. Good. Now lift your hips up and see if you could let go of your hands, bring it all the way up. Now engage your core, same concept as always with the torso and the rib cage. Holding. Good. Now from this hold position, you're kind of getting that posterior tilt a little bit, right? And then lifting that back knee up. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Drop it all the way down, hands all the way down, and you're gonna push back half splits. Square your hips and maybe flex the right foot. Good. If you're staying in your Ardha Hanumanasana, you could always get a deeper stretch with the left or opposite hand, grabbing the outside of that foot, and you're gonna peel it towards the midline. Little bit. Good. If you did not feel that stretch in your IT band, then peel some more. But you should feel that. You're probably feeling that, right? Right, this one, the side legs of that front leg. Release, if you did that with me. And then you're gonna, again, come to your low lunge slowly, and this time, have your hands onto your thigh. And see if you could actually go to your Ardha Hanumanasana with just this hands on the thigh. Slow and controlled, you're gonna press that right foot firmly down, you're not gonna flex. Good, to stretch the front side of your leg now. Now I want you to drop your right hand down on top of the foot and the left hand just next to it, parallel to that foot. So really press, ooh, stretch and press. You feel that front, that ankle is pretty much stretching. Feels good, right? At least for me it does. Hold for a few more. All right. Now flex. Good. Shift forward, low lunge. I'll meet you in low lunge. I want you to curl your back toes under, and now you're gonna lift the back knee up. Beautiful. You're in high lunge, but a very low position. From this high lunge, belly and thigh should be connected, so lean down. Left palm will drop firmly down, just below your shoulder, parallel to the right foot. From here, you're gonna right hand peel it all the way up. Good. Revolved high lunge. Stay here. Look to your right hand. Hold. Try to keep that back knee as straight as possible. Lift that kneecap up. You feel that. If you lift the kneecap up towards your groin area, that back foot, knee, you will feel that knee really start to really engage that leg. Beautiful. Now inhale, stretch some more and peel more. Twist if you can. Now as you exhale, you're gonna really drive the right hand down, still having that left leg straight. From this position, you're now gonna pivot that back foot, coming to the pinky side edge of your foot. So maybe your pinky edge is just there, but if you could really get that pinky side edge of that foot, and then you're now doing this position. We're staying here. Now that bottom leg is internally rotating, right? You feel that. So we're gonna get all the range. You want your hip socket, it's like a ball of hip socket, to be really like on a 360-degree angle. Or like not angle, but like joint rotation. That's what you want, healthy hip joint, right? So we're just doing that slowly. You could even touch your bum if that really feels or helps for you. And my right foot now is almost like it's the same thing, pinky side edge. You could keep that foot down, but that's really gonna be deep in that inner thighs. You feel that, right? So find what works best for you. And we're just holding. Good job, guys. Now all the way coming back to your high lunge. From your high lunge now, I want you to really use your fingertips. Right? So coming up onto your fingertips, you're gonna pivot that back heel down. Good. Toes are up. And now same thing, that right foot will probably pivot to where it's comfortable to get to your Skandasana. Now toes are up. So this is very accessible to a lot of people. I think it just depends on how deep you could go. So if you're here and you're tipping toes, that's still fine. It's still accessible. It's still doing something, right? So wherever you are, we are gonna keep on doing this motion. High lunge, so you're not dropping that back knee, and then Skandasana or side lunge, right? So you wanna focus on this. Neutral pelvic or a hip tilt or pelvic hip joint. And this is now your external, right? So this is just pretty much neutral and then external. So we're focusing on that left leg for now. And then we're doing that later on the right side. So keep on going, right? And then using your fingertips also has an effect here. You're strengthening your fingertips. You could use those knuckles too, see? Right? To really get them strong. Good. So now we externally rotated this and we internally rotated it earlier with this, correct? So now let's see if you could actually come to internally rotating the left leg and then external. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Internal and external. Good job. From here, you're gonna sit all the way to your Skandasana. This is accessible to everyone too. It's just gonna be a matter of how far, right? But of course, depends also how deep you could get with your groin area. So we're opening our Skandasana. Breathe in, open your hands wide. And then exhale, we're gonna try to bind. Peel the shoulders back. Stay and breathe. Good. Release. We're gonna get our Skandasana twist. Grab your ankle with the left hand. Right hand sweeps all the way up. Breathe in And exhale as you lean down. You may be here, or if you could reach all the way, that's great. Wherever you are. Now, right elbow points all the way up. Good. Ooh. And then, slowly getting out of the pose. Coming all the way up. Beautiful. We're gonna switch sides, but you're gonna have your hands to help you to switch sides. So straightening the right leg as you bend the left knee. All the way, Ttkatasana on this side. Good. Now you could start to even give it some baby pulses up and down to kind of help loosen that right leg because we only worked on the left, right? So now we're gonna work on the right leg on this side. Whew. Now if you could, again, sit down, that's great. If not, that's fine. You could also do it this way. Inhale, wide hands and arms, exhale to bind. Beautiful. Now from here, you could even point that toes and flex. Whoo. Love. Nice. All right. Now, get out of the bind and sit down. We're gonna do the twist. Grab the left ankle with the right hand, breathe in, left hand sweeps all the way up. Exhale, lean down. Hello, you can get a tippy toes with that left toes. I like that. Just super stretch, and then left elbow will point up towards the sky. Ooh, you feel everything just stretching, twisting. So many actions here. I love this. Probably one of my favorites. I have so many favorites. All right, slow and controlled. As always, you're gonna come all the way up. Ooh, to avoid the head rush. Right, there's always gonna be head rush though. All right, from this position, now we're gonna come to our high lunge on this side. Adjust yourself. Lean your belly to your left thigh. From your high lunge, we're gonna first do the revolved twist or revolved lunge. Flatten your right palm down, parallel to the left foot, below your shoulder. Left hand will sweep all the way up towards the sky. Breathe. Continue to have a bend in that front knee and try to extend that back leg, straightening that knee as much as you can and hold. Look up. Beautiful job. Now left hand will drop down and we're gonna do our Ttkatasana pivots. Good. And then high lunge. Keeping the back knee hovered, you're not dropping the knee. So again, this is a neutral tilt and external rotation. Good. Rather just neutral, there's no really tilt there. Open and back to neutral. One more time. Open, well, we'll do more, not just one more time. 3 more times. 3, 2, and really focus on the form. Everything should be good, right? Your torso. And last one. Open and back to your high lunge. Good. Now, from here, again, with that same concept, you could start here. Let's do this. Inhale. And then exhale, left hand drops all the way down, coming to the pinky side edge of that back foot. Woo! Good. Stay here. You could have your hands forward or straight if you like. Look to your left hand. And you could open that left knee out. Excuse my jabar. We call this jabar in Tagalog. You know, when you have wet armpits. We're staying there. Maybe give it some pulses, right? If that feels good. Remember not to go beyond your end range. And what really is the end range, right? End range is like about the 100% max of where your joints can go currently, right? So beyond the end range, you should not go actually beyond 100. Honestly, if you were to ask me, I'd suggest you should go beyond 80 to 90, not your max range, because that's typically the end full range, which is the 100%, is not as strong. We're just staying here. Not as strong, so that's mostly a passive stretch, right? So you want everything active. I like my practice to be highly active. And all right, now we're gonna come to our high lunge. So with the active stretch, so that's about 70, 80, 90 degree. That's gonna depend on each individual. All right, now how do you feel? Maybe wiggle your hips, right? Forward and back, and see if it's a little bit even out with the left and the right. To do that, we're gonna come to our pyramid shape with the left foot, and then lift your torso halfway. Breathe in and exhale to fold. Folding on that left leg. Then you're gonna flatten your hands firmly as you step the left leg back. Good, and then you're gonna switch legs. Right leg forward, and then pyramid shape. Breathe into your halfway, and then exhale to your fold. Now try to see if you could square or like a point even the back toes as much as possible forward. And now my feet are on hip distance apart. Right, so if you're gonna pivot your heel facing inside, now your heel and heels are in line, right? But depends on you. How are you feeling right now to get your stretch even out? Good, we're just staying. Beautiful job. Now we're gonna transition to our downward facing dog. Hands forward, plant it down, and step your right leg back, downward facing dog. All right, now feet together, so it's easy to find a balance as you lift the right leg all the way up. Breathe in. Now exhale, drop the right foot to the right side. Breathe in, lift it up, and drop. Lift it up, and drop. So you're lifting this to the right side, and you should feel this on your gluteus medius, which is like the right side, upper side of your butt cheeks. This can burn your butt cheeks and could even make you sore tomorrow. Depends how much you practice your glute med, right? Typically, we don't use or activate that muscle because it's this sideways. Good. And then back to downward dog. Let's flow it out. Vinyasa through. Inhale. Exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Beautiful. Feet together. Preparing again. The other leg. Breathe in. And exhale to the left side. Breathe in. Up. Exhale left. You're not really doing three-legged dog. Just to where you could keep it left side. Keep on going. Up. Middle splits is a lot of inner thighs. Up and back to your downward dog. Good job. Now let's take a moment to rest. Drop your knees and have your knees as wide as your mat. And child's pose variation all the way forward. Hands. We're gonna rest for a little bit. Now shift forward, and then from here, we're gonna turn onto the sides of the mat for our frog pose. Frog pose is my least favorite. I swear. How about you? Okay, from our frog pose, we want the shin parallel to the edges of the mat, about 90-degree angle, but honestly, it depends on your bone structure. I don't really rely on, there's so many teachers, right, saying different things with the frog pose. But that depends on you. I always believe in like you gotta really listen to your body because every bone structure is so different. So you really wanna keep on pushing and pressing forward and back. And if this hurts your knees, you can put a cushion over on below your knees. That's why I hate this. It's not really very good sensation for me. How about you? Do you like this? Let me know. Good. From here, you could find what works best for you, either forward or back, to drop your forearms down. Good. If you like your interlaced fingers, I like that. From here, now try to maybe widen your knees out more, right? See where you're at. From this position, sink anterior tilt. So literally, you're arching your back, look up. And then exhale, you're gonna get that posterior tilt. See if you could, now that hurts, right? From your posterior tilt, that's really basically where your max kind of current end range is at. And we're holding that position. It is intense, I hate this. But we're doing this because you guys requested this from me. All right, now I like my feet. This is gonna depend on you. Try to get a feel if you like your feet closer towards each other, right? This is a lot easier for me, and I know some people say this is not right, but that's again, gonna depend on you. Now hands all the way forward towards you so you could lift your torso up. And now I like to really get my feet to touch here. So adjust yourself, and now you're dipping your hips this way. This is more my jam because you really like that arched back as you open up the hips in this frog position, right? You see me in the mirror. Good. And then all the way back, curled toes under to get out of the pose, and lift your knees all the way up, coming now to our wide-legged fold. Okay, so now I want you to get really, really wide stance. Okay, to wherever you can get, right? You're probably about 90% of your end range, or maybe 95. From that position, definitely this is my max from here. So don't lose your hands, okay? You're not gonna remove your hands. I want you to get a feel of your 80% end range, which is gonna be, so heel, toe, your feet towards the midline. From that position where you could feel that you're so strong, and I want your feet pointing out. So wherever your knees are pointing, that's also kind of where your feet or toes should be pointing. If you're gonna come up and steady. Now this, maybe I could go lower, right? We're trying to do this actively in a way where you could actually really let go of your hands. But again, this is gonna depend on you. If you're not doing goddess, we're not gonna do goddess. I like this parallel to the edges of the mat, right? So that I could keep this straight, or like I could lift myself up. This is definitely my max for this strong middle splits. Meaning, this is about 70% of my end range, right? And that's kind of what I'm trying to explain earlier is same concept. When you're doing any asana, if you want it to go on an active way, we're just holding this and really getting that middle splits going. And that's why I'm talking. So if you want to get your active pose in any asana, right? It's about 70, 80 degree or 80% of your end range. At least that's my opinion, right? Everybody's gonna be different, so depending on how you're feeling. All right, now again, heel, toe to get to your closer stance. Now we're gonna take our goddess. You could even do this later, but because we're gonna pulse our goddess. So again, this is now what I'm talking about with the knees are pointing, that's also your toes should be. So now let's close our forearms and making sure that the elbows is in line with your shoulders, and then breathe in as you open to your cactus. And stay here. Breathe in, stretch all the way up your arms and knees. Look up, and then exhale, you're gonna start to baby pulse your goddess. Good. And maybe you're dipping lower with each pulse. Good. Hold the arms. And all the way stretch up, that's burning, I feel you. Inhale. And exhale, you're gonna drop your hands to your knees in goddess. No pushing, but we're gonna twist. So lift the right toes up or heel up, and right hand will now point towards down. And then you're gonna send your right shoulder down towards the midline. You're just pulsing like this. I love this stretch. And then back to your goddess, and doing that on the other side. Turn your palms, fingertips down, and tip your toes onto the left side. Now, ooh, my bone pop. Drop the left shoulder towards your midline, maybe looking to the right side, twisting your body. Breathe. Beautiful job. Now all the way, you're gonna pivot your heels, turning out, toes pointing towards the midline. Inhale, finding a flat back. Exhale to fold. Good. Now in your fold, we're gonna crawl our hands all the way towards the back of your bum. Whoop, whoop, until you reach the back. Beautiful. From here, you're gonna stay here, palms facing down. I like to touch the ground. And you could either drop your crown of your head or your forehead, depending on how you're feeling and where you can really get down, right? If you're way up higher, then maybe you cannot drop it down. It's just to where you can. Beautiful. Now we're gonna sit down. Heel toe, and Malasana. Beautiful, yogi squat. Good. From your yogi squat, you want your elbows out, help that knees to stick out. Good. And then we're gonna grab the knee with the left hand, tip your toes, and I like this stretch a lot. So you're like opening the left knee out, so you feel that in your inner thighs. And then I like my right hand to drop down. This is gonna depend on you. Sometimes I like to challenge myself to really grab it like a half bind, palm facing back, right? You see it in the mirror, and then pushing this knee out. It's just such a great stretch. And then again, as always, you wanna dip down that inner crease thigh, you feel that, and then let's do that on the other side. Left hand will sweep back, palm is facing back, and then knee, you will press the knee out as you tip the right toe. Sometimes that pops for me. Breathe. Good. All the way down. Good. From this position, you're gonna drop your knees both to the left side. Pigeon variation with both knees bent. Both toes are flexed, you're not pointing, right? So it's like 90 degree angle. Almost. All right. Now, you're gonna face the left knee. Almost like the left shin, but not your pelvis, right? There's a difference here. You wanna face here as much as possible. And this is what I learned from Peter Attia. If you know Peter Attia, he's a longevity expert. I love this. And I've started to incorporate this since I learned it from him. Okay, reach your hands all the way up and you're gonna breathe. This is gonna be a little bit hard or maybe not, depending again on the person. Inhale to lift your hips all the way up to the count of 3. 3. Good. So we're staying here and then you're gonna lower down to the count of 5 or as slow as possible. 5. Beautiful. Now again, you can adjust your hips wherever is comfortable for you, that you feel strong lifting up and down. We're gonna do that for 3. That's gonna really burn. You could do this, every morning. It's a good everyday routine, this one. Inhale. You can have your hands all the way to wherever you can. Squeeze the butt cheeks together and then you're facing here. As much as you can face there. It's impossible, but you're just trying your best. And then we're focusing on the eccentric, which is the lowering down. 5, 4, 3. You could have your hands anywhere. 2, and 1. Ooh, that's gonna burn your glutes. That always burns for me. Again, inhale, lift up. Not so much here, slow, but like really the lowering down. Again, the descend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! If you didn't feel that, you should do more. That is really always gets me. Last one. Ready? Inhale, lift up. I'm holding my breath now. That's gonna depend again on you. And then exhale as you lower. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Burning! My glutes always gets me. All right, hands back. And all the way your knees gonna go up. And you're just gonna windshield wiper to the other side. Beautiful. Now adjust yourself. You should be on the mat for your knees. Again, feet are flexed. Adjust your legs. Woo! We're staying here first. And you could even give it some folds and up to kind of warm up. This is also great if you cannot get your pigeon all the way down, right? This is kind of a lot more accessible than the straight pigeon, right? To some people. Good. We're just staying here for a little bit, resting, and maybe massaging your glutes. You feel that. Dude, I feel that in my glute med. Gluteus medius. So it's your butt cheek, right? The glute med is on the side. And you really want to know all those because that's like what yoga is all about, right? The mind and body connection. Trust me, when you get to really feel your parts of your body and you think about it, you will honestly gain faster than when you just listen to your teacher and follow things, right? I want you to really feel and learn your own body because that's really where you gain, not really so much about following a teacher, right? It's really your body. All right, when you're ready, woo, shake the butts. Inhale for 3. Lift, ooh, face the right knee, and exhale for 5. One. Beautiful. You can just count on your head. Ready? 2 more. Inhale for 3. Ooh, 2. 1. Exhale for 5. 4. 3. And you can lean down. 2. Ooh. And 1. That's actually longer than 5. I like to challenge myself. All right. Last one. And we're focusing on the eccentric again. Lift for 3, 2, and 1, focusing on the descend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Woo! Shake it up. Now you're gonna extend the left leg out to your pigeon pose. And this time, I want you to get your shin parallel to the tops of your mat. Good. Flex that foot. This is, of course, a lot harder. Again, if you can get your pigeon yet, you always want to get something behind, below your pelvis. And then lean there, right? Eventually, you'll be able to really get there. And then wiggle. You're just focusing on the wiggle. Yeah. Thanks to Peter Attia. If you guys have watched Limitless, that's him, the bald guy, doctor there, talking to Chris Hemsworth. That's a good show. I love that. I love Peter Attia. We've been listening to Peter Attia podcast. Yeah, we love those kind of things. Me and my husband. Ooh, so good. All right, now we're gonna do an active stretch of the active pigeon. So have your right foot close to your pelvis and lift your bum from the mat, back knees down, and back toes can be curled under or pointed, doesn't really matter. Okay, I want you to just like get a feel of a very strong pigeon, especially if you cannot put your bum down on the mat. From this position, lift your hands all the way up. Same concept, right? You're not puffing out your chest. You want the ribcage tucked in. Good. Strong core. Now from this position, maybe closer stance, lift that back knee up and hold. Breathe. Woo! All the way down. That's gonna burn. Probably tomorrow you're gonna be super sore and maybe you will curse me. All right, now you want to sleeping pigeon. Fold all the way down. Woo! And all the way up. Okay, now you're back bending. From this position, I want you to swing your left leg forward. Woo! Now you're gonna try to cross it past that right knee. And then swing it back. Woo! Swing it forward, swing it back. Right? You want to get that range. All right, with the left hip joint. All right. And now you're just going to stack it on top of the other knee for your Gomukhasana. Beautiful. Now adjust yourself knee to knee, and then you want to wiggle the butt cheeks, making sure they're both grounded. Good. Left knee is up. Now right hand sweeps all the way up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend the elbow. Now again, if you cannot bind yet, that's fine. You could have a help with a hand, that elbow up to really open that behind your head. Now from there, inhale, and then exhale to bend the other hand or elbow. Bind. Again, inhale, puff out your chest. Exhale, rib cage tucked in. Now stay here and breathe. Super hard, right? When you really tuck it in. I love this. If you guys always here, You know we've been doing this all the time. All right, now to release, sometimes I like to fold and then release depending on you. And then slowly, because that's very intense. Now wiggle, wiggle the shoulders. And then swing the left leg back. Woo! Beautiful. Now hands back. Again, that same concept. And then we're just gonna windshield wiper some more. Good. Now to make this active, you could, again, do this. Twist to the right, all the way up, knees up, hands up, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Right? Not everybody also can do this. This is a lot more difficult, like lifting up, because this requires that compression too, and then twist. Right? So if you're very bulky, like for example, my husband's super huge, he can't do that because his thighs are so big, like everything's bulky. You get me. All right, we're gonna face on the other side to get our pigeon on that side that we did not do. Now I like that left shin, again, parallel to that tops of the mat. Flex the foot and maybe pulse it up and down to start. Again, of course, this is a lot harder, right? So if you can't do it, no pushing. Just try your very best so that you know where you are at in your mobility. Woo! Good. All right, now we're gonna do that active pigeon. So have your left foot close to your bum or to your pelvis, and back knee is gonna be down, curl toes under if you like, or pointed, depending again on you. And from here, rib cage tucked in. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up, and exhale here, hold. Whew. If you're not feeling this, maybe adjust to where you really feel it, because I don't know how you cannot feel this. It's super intense. Ooh, and all the way down. Woo! Now step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Oh gosh, so good. How are you feeling? Okay, inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, you're gonna twist your body to the right. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Good, inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Oh, we didn't do the shoelace on this side. All right, we'll do that in a bit. Let's come into our downward facing dog. And take a moment to find a little bit of stillness. I want you to feel your body. How's your hips? Mine is really like kind of throbbing now. Frog pose always gets me. I hate that. I probably should be doing that more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Whoo. Now bend the left knee. Again, whoo. Now we're gonna swing that back leg forwards and back. You could do this, right? Forward, torso is up, back, you're folding, right? Fold and swing back. Try to see if you could actually do it hovering from the mat. Of course, that's also very active. So if not, you could just like slide. It doesn't really matter. We're just like kind of like really working on the hip socket. All right. Now stay here and wiggle, wiggle. Love that. And stacking the knees. Woo! All right, Gomukhasana coming up. Inhale, reach up. Left hand up. Exhale to bend the elbows, and same concept. You could do that at the same time. It's just harder to cue. So we're doing it one step at a time. All right, and then inhale, puff out your chest. Exhale, rib cage in. Woo! Feel that in your shoulders, right? Always gets me. And then stay here and just breathe normally. You could even give it some dynamic movements if you like, or you could just like stay here. Doing this motion is, of course, a lot more like woo, crazy with the shoulders, right? And as much as possible, get it tucked in. Woo, release. And this is always hard. Woo, and shake. Woo. How is that, right? Super intense, guys. I know what you're feeling because I feel it too. All right. Now, we're gonna be flowing some more. Coming to our downward facing dog. Breathe. Feet together. We're gonna do side plank and coming to our Hanumanasana, right? Or full splits, we're preparing. Breathe in, right leg lifts up. And then exhale, knee to chest. Breathe in, stay here. Exhale, hollow more. Good. Hold. Point the toes, hold. Good. Now relax. And then you're gonna shift that back point, back heel down and coming to your side plank, all right? So you could, of course, grab the heel with your leg to straighten your side plank, right? And then find that strong side plank. I like my left foot now planting down and opening up this way, right? From this position that requires a lot of ankle mobility, try to see if you could loosen your hand. Otherwise, if not, that's fine. Grab your feet. You're gonna come slowly to your Hanumanasana on this one. If not, then that's fine. This is super, super challenging as you pivot that back foot to where you could get onto your Hanumanasana. You could even just do the pyramid and then slide yourself to cheat a little bit down. Beautiful job. Front splits and then pulse. Or stay there. Point all the way your toes. Try to square your hips as much as possible. And then maybe grabbing that shin or ankle or knee, wherever you can have with the left hand, and right hand sweeps back. So again, breathe in and then exhale, twist. Grab the back leg and then square your hips this way. Good. That's gonna be squaring the hips. And release. Beautiful job. Now how's your inner thighs? Check back in. Okay, we're gonna transition to our middle splits this way, right? So what we did earlier, we did our full in external internal rotation. Now we're gonna do the same concept with that back leg. We're gonna open it out to externally rotate that, as this one kind of is going to be finding that balance. So you could have your hands to where it's comfortable for you to lift your torso, your bum a little bit up, and then both heels now are gonna plant down. From this position, maybe wiggle yourself or your legs left and right this way, right? Heels firmly planting down as you wiggle left and right. And then from there, you can sit on your middle splits. Right? Again, this doesn't have to be middle splits. You could, if it's like V-shape, that's fine. Wherever you are. I cannot get my middle splits too. So from here, maybe you can drop the forearms and stay here. A lot of things you could also do is Kurmasana. Should we do that? I actually did not have that planned out for today. Or tortoise pose. We're just staying here. I mean, we just did that from our previous class.
I'll just move my mic. I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't very loud.
We're just staying here, right? Do you like that sensation of your middle splits? All right. From here, we're gonna transition to the opposite full splits or Hanumanasana by internally rotating that right femur to really, and then lift yourself up so that you could square your hips. Beautiful job. Ooh, now let's fold onto that left leg. Point the toes all the way. I'm just gonna remove that, it's too long. How are you doing? Are you still there? Are you sweating like my Jabbar? My t-shirt armpits Jabbar. All right, coming up. And then we're gonna square it this time. Right hand will now come out of that left leg and left hand sweeps all the way back. Inhale. Exhale, halfway. Twist. And then grab the back leg. Good. You can either stay here or look back if that's good. That's challenging. Or maybe look forward. See how you feel. Keeping on pointing both toes. All right. Woo. Now release. And send your right leg forward. Swing it. Beautiful. Dandasana, L shape with your body. Okay, let's breathe in, reach up, and exhale to fold all the way down. We're gonna stay in our Paschimottanasana to rest. Open the butt cheeks, left and then the right, or right and left, whatever you like, so that you feel a lot more grounded. Stay there. Catch your breath. Find stillness and feel your body. How is your hips right now? All right, all the way up. Now we're gonna come to our Baddha Konasana. Feet together, butterfly pose. And then you could, of course, again, pulse this or touch your knees, no pushing. I'm just here to kind of help guide. Ooh, did you hear that? This always pops for me. It's so good. This is my favorite. I love this more than the frog pose, for sure. Maybe a lot more. I think a lot of people don't like frog pose. Do you like frog pose? I'm curious. Woo. Now you could actually lift your torso up, and then you could like give your, what is this? Like bum, maybe pulses, left and right. Woo. Now all the way, you want to close the knees, and then we're going to take our boat pose. So grab your heels with your hands, and we're going to take our boat pose. Whoop. Now engage your body. You want your torso, thoracic spine opening, but then your rib cage is still down. So there's a fine balance again on this boat pose or Navasana, right? And then hands by your sides if you like that challenge, or you could just like continue to grab if you're already tired, that's fine. Point the toes, straighten the legs all the way. Woo! Yeah, and then slow and controlled, you're gonna open your legs wide, coming to your boat pose in a wide-legged position or variation. From this, now this is gonna be a lot harder, right? If you can let go of your hands this way, of course this requires a lot of active like work here. You don't have to, but if you're just up for that challenge, you can try to do this with me, right? Hold this position, and this is really gonna strengthen your inner thighs too. And release. Ooh, you want to shake that up. Intense, right? Good. All right. Now we're going to flow it out and do the side plank on the other side. Find your downward facing dog. Let's, again, take a breather here. Okay, when you're ready, let's lift the left leg all the way up. Breathe in and exhale, knee to chest. Now, inhale, hollow the body, exhale. Hold, point the toes, compress your body. Hollow, hollow, hollow. Think about really hollow, protract your shoulder blades. Good. And now you're gonna pivot to your side plank on this side. You can grab the heels with your hand and then all the way up, finding your side plank. Strong side plank. Point the toes. You're not gonna come to your Hanumanasana on this line. You could practice that after this if you like. And then release. We're gonna flow it out. Shift forward, Chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna flow some arm balances. Otherwise, you could already end here. But if you're up for more, let's do this. Right leg lifts up this time. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to chest. And then you're gonna cross it to the other thigh. Figure 4 shape. Now compress in your figure 4. From your compression, big breath in. Exhale, you're gonna hop forward. One-legged hop. Good. Kind of like what we did earlier with a chair pose. But this time, as you breathe in, find your balance, Ttkatasana. Good. Hands to your T-shaped prayer position, and You're gonna twist now. Twist towards that foot. From that position, you're gonna drop your hands down. Good, and then that right foot will come up to that right elbow. Right, so upper arm. From there, you're gonna chaturanga your arms, bending the elbows as you straighten that left leg. Good. Finding your dragonfly. And drop, coming again to that figure 4 shape. And this is hard to stand up this way. But if you're up, you could actually help with your hands. Because I'm also very tired now already. All the way up. Good. And then all the way to your Ttkatasana figure 4 shape. Beautiful. From this, we're gonna do some more. You're gonna have your hands all the way down to the right side this time. Drop it, shoulders distance, and that left knee or thigh will be planted on top of that left forearms. Or arm, upper arm. From here, you're gonna come to your EPK1, straightening both legs. Good. Coming again to that figure 4 and drop the bum down. Good. Now from this, you're gonna thread that arm inside of that leg and then hug that left thigh. Now all the way, straighten that left leg. Is my mic? Can you guys hear me? Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. And then release. Shake it up. All right, now we're doing that on the other side, okay? I'm gonna face you here. Let's see if you could follow along and we will flow it out a lot faster. Ready? Find your downward facing dog. Woohoo, feet together. Left leg lifts up, breathe in. Exhale, knee to chest. Breathe in, push it back, figure 4 shape. Exhale, hop forward. Good. Breathe in, coming to Ttkatasana. Exhale, drop your hands down to the right side. Good. Stack left foot on top of that left arm and bend your elbows, chaturanga arms, and kick that right leg to straighten. Dragonfly. And then drop it down, figure 4 shape. Finding Ttkatasana right away. Inhale. And exhale all the way down onto the left side. Good. Stack that left thigh on top of the upper right arm and finding your EPK1. Eka Pada Koundinyasana I. Good. Now, figure 4. Find your balance to Ttkatasana and hands all the way down. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, dive all the way down. Uttanasana. Good. Hand all the way down onto your backs. Woohoo! Now for our finale, how was that? A little flow, a little fun arm balance. You could get your legs out. From this position, grab your heels, and this is also a great way to just get your middle splits going, right? Another tip is you could get to lean to the wall. I'm not sure if you can see me here, like this, right? Like that. This is much easier. I'm so tired. So yeah, you can do this and play with that after this session. All right, we're gonna end in twists. Now hug your knees towards your chest. Lift your head up. Kiss your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist your knees to the right side. Look to the left. And twist your knees to the left side. Look to the right. Now all the way, we're gonna end in Savasana. And you can stay here as much as you like. Namaste. Namaste, yogis! Thank you so much again for being here and joining me on this session. I hope that helps so much for your middle splits journey. Let me know what else you guys want to practice with me, and make sure that before you leave to give this video a lot of thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!